Tangle tutorial. You'll have to excuse the lack of the shirt situation. I was at the water park one day and I got sunburned and our shirt ain't happening. Ow. This tutorial is going to be on Ollies, and I'm going to teach it in a less than traditional manner. Just the way that I personally couldn't learn from the tutorials that were out there. The way that they explained it may have worked for some people, but it didn't work for me personally. So I'm gonna throw out a tutorial that has a little bit different of an approach, and hopefully that helps for people like me who couldn't learn as easily with the traditional method. The way I teach these is from a barrel roll approach. So if you haven't learned barrel rolls yet, you should go back and watch some barrel roll tutorials. Before you do, I will throw out a couple tips just in case whichever tutorial you find doesn't have them in it. This is a barrel roll, first of all. Goes like this, right? I won't break it down because this tutorial isn't focused on a barrel roll. But as you're doing this, you're going to want to try to sustain it. Throw in 2 barrel rolls and then come to the other side. Like this. And just work your way higher and higher in beats for your sustained barrel roll. Now, before you do anything, I'm going to demonstrate the standard and show you what we're going to be working on. But I'm going to do that at a zoom out angle, like just further away so you can really see it. Because during the extra tutorial it's going to be zoomed in pretty much to right here, because it can be kind of hard to see the tethers, which is kind of a key part, or it's going to be a key part of this tutorial, is being able to see these tethers. So I'm going to zoom out for a second. There we go, hello! Okay, so we're going to do this. We're taking our barrel roll weave, and then we're going to sustain a barrel roll, pull it apart, very, very slowly until we have our tethers tangled up, and you just keep that barrel roll motion going and you're doing an Ollie. It might take a little bit to control it at first, but if you keep practicing and maintaining that barrel roll motion, the isolated hands, then you'll have your Infinite Hyperloops, or Ollies, whatever you want to call them, you'll have it now. Right? So now we're going to zoom back in. My eyes are up here. That's better. So we're going to start our barrel roll. I hope you can see the tethers better at this distance. But after you get comfortable with maintaining this indefinitely, we're just going to very slowly work our hands so they're not crossed over each other. Now your tethers are going to be barely tangled at this point, almost not even touching each other still. But you still keep that isolation going and then work your hands further and further apart. Until now, they're quite obviously tangled. Now see if I'm moving a little closer. You see? And just, with practice, you can work your hands further and further apart. And you may have to change the rhythm of your hands into more like a quarter-time hand motion. Not absolutely necessary, but as you start getting your hands further away, as your hands start getting further away, the rhythm will change to more of a quarter time. You'll have to, because the momentum is just getting harder to transfer through the longer tether to the nexus. And the neat thing about learning this from a barrel roll is you've already learned how to transition from a barrel roll to an Ollie. So you can actually go back. If you keep track of which poi is, take your dominant hand. My dominant hand is my right hand. So I'll keep track of which poi is my right hand. But which poi is being held by my right hand. And it can help to have 2 colors. I don't need them at this point right now, but I'll take my dominant poi and make sure it sets on this wrist. As it comes up through, I'm going to land it right on my other wrist. And at that point, that's your transition point back to a barrel roll. You take it, bring it over, and then you just start your isolating. And then bam, back at barrel roll. So really nifty thing that you can do with that is when you get comfortable going from barrel roll to tangle, back to barrel roll to tangle, you get comfortable with these switches, you can take it a step further. You can take your barrel roll and go into a straight jacket. Whoa! You should probably be able to do a straight jacket before you try it. Well, I guess it won't hurt to try it, but there's straight jacket tutorials out there. In any case, what you end up doing is as you set this poi onto the opposite wrist, this is the opportunity for you to snake it under. Now when you do that, your left poi, or my left poi, will do an extra beat on the outside. See how it does an extra beat? It goes bam, bam, 2 beats. What have I done? So, to show you what this looks like, you got your ollie, your barrel roll, and then straight jack. You end up changing your direction, like the direction you're facing, unless you've done some practice with straight jacket weaves, which will look kind of like this. But that's a tutorial for a later date. For now, I'm just really trying to focus on the ollie portion of this. If you want to see like straight jacket transitions from barrel rolls or straight jacket weave tutorials, just let me know. I'm pretty lazy, so just get me off my ass. For the love of God, please get me off my ass.